The woman usually called her pet dog her son, but after hearing that, her female neighbor completely misunderstood. She showed up at the woman's door with a group of people and immediately claimed that the woman's son had harmed her daughter. She also demanded that the woman pay $2 million in emotional distress compensation right away, or else she would send the woman's son to prison. After hearing this, the woman froze on the spot. She wanted to explain that her son was not even capable of assaulting anyone, but her neighbor gave her no chance to explain at all. Instead, she directly pulled her daughter forward and told her to show everyone the injuries on her body. The girl also cried along with the act, saying that all of those marks had been caused by the woman's son. As soon as the crowd heard this, they immediately sided with the female neighbor and accused the woman of making up lies just to help her son escape punishment. Seeing that public opinion was starting to turn in her favor, the girl cried even more pitifully. She said that she had only just become an adult and should have had a bright future ahead of her, but because of what the woman's son had done, she would no longer be able to face anyone in the future. They thought that by guiding public opinion this way, they could force the woman to give in. But the woman had a background as a lawyer, and in everything, she believed in evidence. So the female neighbor told her daughter to describe the details of that night and said that everyone present would stand up for her. The girl immediately said that after finishing tutoring last night, she was on her way home when she ran into the woman's son at the entrance of the neighborhood. Unexpectedly, he suddenly hugged her from behind and took her to the rooftop, then did something unforgivable to her. Her mother, standing beside her, angrily said that this was not something a normal person would ever do. After hearing this, the woman almost laughed from anger, because if her pet dog could really do all of those things, then the first people to show up probably would not be the police, but an animal research institute. She directly asked the girl, "Is lying really that fun?" But the girl kept lying without batting an eye and continued crying, saying that no girl would ever joke about something like this. After saying that, she even showed everyone the injuries on her body. The female neighbor immediately hugged her daughter and then angrily scolded the woman for accusing her daughter of lying without any evidence. She said that as a mother, the woman had not only failed to discipline her son, but even dared to smear the victim by accusing her of lying. No wonder she had raised a son like that. The woman knew that the mother and daughter dared to act with such impunity because the alleged incident had taken place in a surveillance blind spot. Even if she wanted to prove her son's innocence, she could not produce any evidence at all. Fortunately, as an experienced lawyer, the woman knew there was a flaw in their scheme. Even if the matter went to court, one-sided accusations and marks that may or may not be real would not be enough to convict her son. The surrounding crowd thought the woman was just twisting the facts, and some people even taunted her, saying that with a mother this shameless, it was no surprise her son was a beast. The woman loudly reminded them that the truth had not yet been determined and told them not to be used by people with ulterior motives. As soon as she said this, everyone became enraged. They felt that a young girl could not possibly lie about something like this, and that the woman must be trying to use her lawyer tricks to escape responsibility. Seeing that the crowd had completely sided with the neighbor, the woman no longer bothered wasting her breath explaining. In order to force the woman to give in, the female neighbor finally revealed her real weapon. She pulled a fake report that had clearly been prepared in advance from her bag. The report stated that the samples detected on the girl's body were a high DNA match with the woman's son. Seeing how prepared the female neighbor was, the woman felt relieved that her son was a pet dog. Otherwise, she really might have been fooled by this mother and daughter into believing that her son had truly done something monstrous, and in the end, she might have obediently handed over $2 million in emotional distress compensation. The woman firmly said that the report was fake and that she did not believe it. Seeing that the woman refused to admit it, the girl continued adding to the act. She cried and asked whether the woman would only be satisfied if she died. After saying that, she pretended to throw herself toward the nearby railing. Seeing the mother and daughter start using death threats to pressure her, the crowd's emotions completely exploded. They voluntarily condemned the woman on their behalf and demanded that she immediately pay compensation and apologize. Otherwise, they would post everything online and let even more people know. Seeing the situation getting more and more out of control, the woman had no choice but to reveal her son's true identity. She said that her son was indeed not an ordinary person, because he was not a person at all. After hearing this, the female neighbor immediately mocked her for talking nonsense. Not a person? Then what is he? Does he have Down syndrome? Or has some institution certified him as mentally ill? The woman said they could think whatever they wanted, but her son was incapable, both psychologically and physically, of doing anything to harm their daughter. As soon as she said this, everyone felt that the woman was still making excuses